Hey there YouTube, it's Marvin here. Today I am going to repair the battery of my Phantom because it stopped charging after 10 months of owning it. And if you haven't seen my previous video on how I troubleshoot and confirm that the problem was the battery, I will leave the link in the description below. Also, it will be on the right bottom corner at the end of this video. And here you can see that the thin plastic casing is just held by kind of a packaging tape, so I'm just cutting them off and then cut it like that. See that? Anyway, so the casing is kind of like very cheap, and they're just held by the silicone there. So this is the BMS right there, the BMS board. You can see it now. Otherwise, we can slide the battery out. Gas. There you go. Right, so that's the case. You can actually make a case like this. So I would say like very cheap. Really cheap. I mean, just like, that thing can snap actually, but it's, wrapped with a shrink tube anyway, so that's how it is. This is the BMS board, and those are the balance connector wire. So those are connected there, and wow, even the tape that they use actually, I'm not sure if there's really tape for electrical purposes. This is just like the tape that I can see, like that they use for, like fridge, like when they're shipping the fridge. Oh man, I don't know. It's even here. See that? It's kind of like a really cheap way of making a battery pack, but alright guys, so I have my multimeter here, but before that I want to talk about the connection of the battery. This is the whole battery pack, but inside of it, it consists of like multiple pack, also multiple cells. And this one here is the negative side of the battery, and then this is the positive. They put the insulation here, as you guys can see, that's why it's different color. So this is one pack, consists of like 369 cell. This is another pack, consists of 369 cell. So here they all look all uniform, square, and here is kind of confusing. 2 here, 2, 4, 6, 8, and this 9 here. So like kind of letter L, and then other one, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So this is like a regular shape here. The reason why, because they have to make this size that will fit on the Phantom battery compartment. Now let's count how many pack of the battery cell it has. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So like 14 battery pack. Each pack has 9 cells. So 14 times 9, that would be 126 cells. 126 cells is what you need to make a Phantom battery, in case if you guys wanna make your own battery pack to make the 52 volts, 23.4 amperes. Right, so now let's find out which cell is defective. So let's set my multimeter to voltage, and you guys can see here the sign like regulated and unregulated DC, because my multimeter has like auto polarity. You don't have to worry about putting the test probe on wrong polarity. It won't damage my multimeter because it has that auto polarity function. Alright, I would like to start here on the square one. Right, so it shows 4.2 volts. So the positive here is on the bottom. So if I reverse that, it's still showing 4.2, but there's a minus sign before the 4. So it means my test probe is in the reverse polarity. So that tells me that the negative is supposed to be on this side here, right? So, but nothing's happened to my multimeter. It doesn't blow up the fuse or anything. So the next cell is also 4.2. We're gonna move to the next pack. 4.2 4.2. Oops. Oops, this one has no voltage. This is 4.2. All right, and this 0. Even I reverse the polarity here. I mean my test probe. Yeah, is 0. So that means this pack here is the defective one. Let's move to the other side first, just to make sure. It's just, oops, just tangled. Sorry about that. This I could use like, oh, there you go. So the bottom one, right? So that's 4.2. I just reversed the switch the test probe just to make 4.2, 4.2, 4.2, 4.2, 4.2, and the last one, oops, 4.2. Right, so everything has 4.2 voltage aside from this one is only showing 0.03. Right, so it means, oops, means that the defective pack is the one here in the corner. So here I started removing all 9 cells batteries so that I could test them one by one, and I'm trying not to damage the strip connectors because I wanted to reuse them. And while in the process I noticed that one of the cell is corroded, so I'm pretty sure that the corroded one is responsible for why the BMS decided to shut down the whole battery pack. After removing all positive terminal, I tested the batteries one by one, and all 9 cells has no voltage at all. So I go ahead and start removing the negative terminal and take out all the 9 cells. The paper insulator that holds the batteries has adhesive on the inside. As you can see here, I am taking time so that I won't damage it, because again, I wanted to reuse it. The 3 yellow paper strips go in between the group of cells. I think it is an added insulator to make sure that the groundings of each group of cells won't get shorted. Right, so I tested all the batteries one by one without charging. Then this is the one with the corrosion. It's showing 0.005. Right, there you go, 0.051. Right, so definitely that the corroded one is the one that is causing this group of cell not to charge, because the BMS is detecting that one cell is defective, but because this is like connected in parallel, so it's treating it like as one battery, all 9 cells. So this is my regular charger. I had to do some modification because this kind of battery, as you can see that the positive terminal is like flat. It doesn't have the head like it's sticking out, so it doesn't reach the positive contact of the charger. So as you guys can see that I added some soldering lead right there. So I solder so that it will be higher to reach the and contact the positive terminal of the battery. So I'm going to try first the one that is corroded. Let's see if it's gonna charge. Should turn red. Right there, it doesn't charge at all. Okay, let's remove that and change it with the one that is clean. There, let's see if it's going to This one doesn't charge as well. Oops. Yes, maybe just the contact. The other one maybe. Let's try this one. There you go. This one is charging. Let's wait for a second. Yep, that one is charging. Oops. There you go. This one doesn't charge as well. Alright, so let's put back the one that is charging, and I'm gonna grab the remaining batteries. I'll put it here. Let's see if this one's good. See this one, as you can see, it charged right away. There, so let me grab the remaining of the batteries. Right, so here are the rest of the batteries. We're gonna try it one by one. So I tried charging all of them, but out of 9 cells, only one of them is showing that it's charging. So I start doing the revive process using the same charger and good known battery cell, and here's how I did it. Again, this is the same charger that I was using, and there you can see that the LED is green, means that either the battery is already full or not charging at all. But in this case, what's happening is the charger is not detecting the battery because the voltage level is way too low for the charger to kick in and start charging. The minimum voltage for a 3.7 volts lithium battery is 2.4 volts. Below that, the charger won't be able to detect it. So what you have to do is to cheat the charger by using a good known battery, and then put the dead battery first, and then add the good known battery and leave it for at least 5 seconds. And voila, the dead battery is now charging. Since my charger can only hold 2 batteries, I have to do it one by one. Otherwise, if you have a charger that can hold multiple batteries, then you can revive all of them at the same time. Alright guys, so these are the 2 that I already charged fully. Just gonna show you guys that it's back to 4.2 full charge. Right there, 4.2 volts. And the next one, 4.2. There you go. So that's gonna be matched to the battery pack, which is 4.2. And I'm going to replace the corroded one, who it is also 2600 milliamperes, but this one is Samsung 3.7. There you go. I haven't charged this one yet. This is brand new. This is like one box, 100 pieces. So right now I'm just gonna use one of them. And what my plan is to build another battery pack. All I need is to buy the BMS board. Here's another interesting that I want to show you guys. Here I connected the positive and the negative of the test probe of the multimeter, and as you guys can see, it's showing 0.6 because there's no connection right here, right? So but even if I get the jumper just to bypass the cell that I remove, right? So now it's connected. Like it means that the terminal here and terminal here are shorted, but still there's no voltage out on that connector. So this really tells me that the BMS board is working properly, because it's like missing one pack of 9 cells. It's detecting that it's low current. That's why it's shutting down the whole battery pack. But let's see what will happen if I put at least one cell. Right, so let's remove the jumper. And I'm going to put this on just temporarily. Alright, so there you go. It shows 58.97 volts. So it means that the BMS is detecting that the cells are complete, so that's why it's producing 58 volts now. After I charge all the batteries fully, I'm gonna put them back together. I just ordered a spot welder from Amazon. I'm gonna show you guys that as well. Okay, so all the batteries are fully charged. So I'm going to use the original 8 cells that I revive, aside from the corroded one, and I'm going to replace it with this one here. It is 18650 Samsung, the same thing. 26, that's AF, it means 2600 milliamps, and it's also fully charged. And make sure not to forget to transfer the insulator there, like that, from the old battery, right? So, and also whatever that comes with it, I also put it back. This goes in between the group of cells, so you have 3 of them has it. I'm going to see if I can reuse this. The other side is kind of like damaged when I remove all the batteries, so I'm gonna put this one here first. It's the one that goes here. So this is positive, so this is gonna be negative. So here is the spot welder that I bought from Amazon, link in the description below. Bear with me because I never used a spot welder before, but I already practiced earlier, so I'm going to set the power to 7, and I prefer to use the pedal than the automatic. This way I can position the pen properly. By the way, this spot welder is rated 5000 watts, so you can use up to 0.15 millimeters nickel strip connector. Here I'm using the nickel strip that comes with the welder, and 7 is not enough, so I increased the power to 9.5, and you can see that the strip is properly welded to the battery terminal. By the way, once you turn the spot welder on, you have to make sure not to short the 2 welding pen, otherwise it will create a big spark and it's kind of scary. It happens to me when I practice welding. I create the big spark and it scared the hell out of me. Alright, so everything is welded properly, and it's time to test the voltage. Okay, we got 4.1, 4.2, and alright, so we have 58.9 volts on the output. It means that the battery is fixed. Woohoo! Alright, so before we close it, let's take a look at the BMS board, and I don't see any part number on it. And here are the balance wire. It has 15 wires including the ground. So I'm going to reuse everything including the shrink tube. I don't have a new one, but if you wanted to replace it, it's available from Amazon. You just have to know the dimension of your battery so that you can order the right size. Okay, so at the moment my brother is enjoying the Phantom. If you guys watch my previous video that I installed the Ghost battery on the Phantom, everything's connected, and let's try to turn the Ghost on. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put it on gear 1, and then let's turn the cruise control on. 1 2 3 4. No, that's Ludo mode. 1 2 3 4. That's cruise control. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. There you go. It's gonna turn off the headlight. Right, the headlight is off. Actually, if I want to drain the battery faster, maybe I should turn the lights on. Right, so testing the battery on a Ghost, because my brother has the Phantom right now. He's enjoying the Phantom with a Ghost battery in it. And right now I set it to cruise control, 35 kilometers per hour, and all the lights are on just to drain the battery, and then I'm going to try to charge it, because I tried to charge it before that and it's showing green, which is expected because the cell that I replaced, actually I charged it full, and the rest of the cell is showing 4.2, so it means it's already full. That's why it wasn't charging when I tried to connect the charger. So I'm just gonna run it for a few minutes like that, and then I will try to plug in the charger. Right, so it's been running for a while, maybe like 5 minutes now. When I connected it, it shows like 59 volts. Now it's 58.5, but still the battery is still showing 100%. Let's stop it, and I will try to connect the charger. It will turn red, like indicating that it's charging. I just press the brake. Right, so okay, 1 2 3 4. There you go, cruise control deactivated, and let's just turn it off. And I will connect the charger. Again, you have to plug the charger first before connecting it to the charging port. And I put the mark there so that I will know the position of the flag. There you go. Now the charger turns red, so it means it's charging. Alright, so it's still red, it's charging. That means the battery is properly working. So I'm gonna get the Phantom from my brother, and then I'm going to install it back so that I can get my battery back to my Ghost, because this is my daily commuter. I ride this Ghost to work. I just prefer to ride the Ghost because it has a wider deck. I just like its simplicity, its classic look. And yeah, the Phantom, most of the time my brother is the one using it, right? So still there, still charging. Right, so it's time to install it back to the Phantom so that I can get my Ghost battery back to the Ghost. Okay, so this repair cost me one 18650 cell, which is worth $5 if you only buy one. Of course, I had to buy the spot welder, which is cost me like, I think it was $76. But again, it's a lot cheaper than buying a $1,000 battery from Apollo. Everything is connected. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Alright, so Phantom battery is alive again. Just to show you here that I added LED strips on both sides, I tap it to the headlight connection. So once you turn on the headlight, it will also turn the LED strips on. And there is the battery of my Ghost. I cannot wait to install that back. I think we're done. And for the extra 99 batteries that I have left, I am thinking of building another battery pack. Of course, I have to buy more cells because the Phantom has 126 cells in total. And I need to get a 14S 50 amps 52 volt VMS board to make that happen. Alright, so I just want to show you guys the headlight and the LED strip. So I'm going to activate the cruise control. That's 4 times. 1 2 3 4. Oops, oh, there you go. And I set the cruise control to 6 seconds. I have to try to maintain the speed in 6 seconds. until it beeps. There you go, it beeps. It means the cruise control is activated. 24. And there you go, the Phantom is running again with a new repaired battery. Alright, so my Phantom is ready for the summer again, and if you guys have any question, leave them in the comment section below. And if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to click that thumbs up button. Also, if you want to support my channel, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.